He was one of wrestling's greatest warriors, a man known for discipline, power, and perfection inside the ring. But in June 2007, that legend turned into one of sport's darkest nightmares. A beloved father, a husband, and a global icon found dead inside his own home. Along with his family. Was it a sudden act of rage? The result of brain trauma? Or something far more mysterious? Tonight, we uncover the shocking details, strange clues, and haunting questions that still surround the tragedy of Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was born on May 21, 1967, in Montreal, Canada. From childhood, he dreamed not of fame, but of excellence. He idolized wrestlers like Bret Hart and Dynamite Kid, known for their technical mastery. At just 12 years old, Benoit started training with an intensity that shocked even older athletes. His journey led him to the legendary Hart Dungeon in Calgary, a training basement run by Stu Hart, where pain was a teacher and weakness wasn't tolerated. If you could survive the dungeon, wrestlers said, you could survive anything. Benoit did more than survive. He thrived. He made his professional debut in 1985, wrestling across Japan, Mexico, and Europe, earning respect for his unmatched technical style and fierce determination. He became known as the Canadian Crippler, not for arrogance, but for his ruthless precision. By the late 1990s, Benoit joined WCW and later WWE, where his legend reached its peak. In 2004, at WrestleMania Dandiet, Chris Benoit achieved the dream of a lifetime, winning the World Heavyweight Championship in front of a sold-out Madison Square Garden. He stood in the ring with his best friend Eddie Guerrero, tears in their eyes, as fans cheered louder than ever. It was the perfect story, until the ending no one saw coming. Behind the success, Benoit's life was full of pain, both physical and mental. He was known for his extreme work ethic. Every match was real to him. Every move had to look perfect. That meant countless injuries, broken neck, torn muscles, and dozens of concussions. One move in particular, the diving headbutt, became his signature. And his curse, each time he'd launch himself off the top rope, smashing headfirst into his opponent and the mat. Over time, that move caused irreparable brain trauma. He suffered CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, the same condition that has taken the lives of many NFL players and fighters. But in the 2000s, CTE wasn't widely understood. Benoit simply pushed through, taking painkillers, steroids, and muscle relaxers to keep performing. Then, tragedy struck again. In November 2005, his closest friend, Eddie Guerrero, died suddenly of heart failure. Benoit was shattered. He cried uncontrollably at Eddie's funeral, and friends said he became withdrawn, silent, distant, haunted. After Eddie's death, Benoit's mental state began to crumble. He started showing signs of deep depression, paranoia, and mood swings, warning signs that no one in the industry truly recognized. Friday, June 22, 2007. Benoit missed a WWE live event, something completely out of character. He sent strange text messages to friends and colleagues. "My dogs are in the enclosed pool area. The garage door is open." No one understood what he meant. Saturday came. No word from Chris. Sunday, WWE tried to contact him again. Silence. By Monday, June 25th, police were sent to his home in Fayetteville, Georgia. What they found would forever change wrestling history. Inside, they discovered the bodies of Nancy Benoit, Daniel Benoit, and Chris Benoit. Authorities determined Nancy was killed first, tied up, and strangled. Daniel, their 7-year-old son, was found in his bed, smothered. Chris Benoit's body was discovered in the home gym, hanged by a weight machine cord. 3 lives, ended over 3 days. Police said Benoit killed his family before taking his own life. But soon, disturbing details began to surface. Bibles were found next to Nancy and Daniel's bodies, empty alcohol bottles, steroids, and a partially written note were also discovered. And those strange text messages? They were all sent before police believed the murders took place. The timeline didn't seem to fit. At first, authorities blamed roid rage, violent behavior caused by heavy steroid use. And yes, anabolic steroids were found in Benoit's home. But experts quickly discovered the story wasn't so simple. A study of Benoit's brain, conducted by neuropathologist Dr. Bennett Omalu, revealed severe CTE damage. The brain of an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient trapped in the body of a 40-year-old athlete. This level of brain degeneration can cause memory loss, aggression, paranoia, and severe depression. So, was Benoit's mind simply broken beyond repair? Or was there more to the story? Some wrestling fans and investigators noticed inconsistencies. The text messages sent before the death supposedly occurred. Nancy's time of death listed differently on various reports. Missing phone records and deleted voicemails. Others pointed to outside interference, suggesting Benoit might have been under extreme stress from WWE's drug testing policy or threats to expose certain internal issues. But none of these theories were ever proven. Still, the mystery deepened, because Benoit wasn't known for violence outside the ring. To those who knew him, he was quiet, disciplined, and deeply devoted to his son. How could that same man commit such horror? Science offered one answer. His brain was too damaged to tell right from wrong, but emotionally, the world wasn't ready to accept it. The aftermath was immediate and brutal. Benoit, upon first hearing of his death, aired a heartfelt tribute show, only to retract it a day later after learning the truth. Within 24 hours, all mentions of Benoit vanished from WWE history. His matches, his victories, his championships, deleted from DVDs, websites, and archives. He went from hero to ghost. Many fans argued that Benoit the wrestler should be remembered separately from Benoit the killer, but for WWE, that line didn't exist. Yet, out of this darkness came one crucial change: awareness. The tragedy forced wrestling to confront its brutal reality: chronic injuries, concussions, overtraining, and mental health neglect. The WWE wellness policy was revamped. Stricter drug testing, concussion evaluations, mandatory rest and counseling programs. Other sports followed suit. Benoit's death became the wake-up call for an entire industry. Chris Benoit's story is not one of pure evil. It's one of tragedy, pain, and the fragility of the human mind. A man who gave everything to his passion, until his mind couldn't take anymore. In the end, he left behind not just heartbreak, but lessons about mental health, trauma, and the unseen cost of fame. Some legends are remembered for their victories, others for their fall. Chris Benoit, the man who wrestled the world but lost the fight within himself.